because then what's the incentive?
It's exactly what they're doing. What they're doing is he's fucking him. Is what he's doing. He's not giving him. He's doing the same thing that he did to Eddie. He's not letting him really go out and get fit. Do you really think, honestly, everybody here, do you think that if Eddie Alvarez did a deal with us, Eddie Alvarez wouldn't have made a lot of money? Hector Lombard did. Hector Lombard got paid. That's what. That when you're allowed, when you become, you can go out and find out what you're worth. That's what that thing in the contract is. But these guys are signing these contracts over there that just fuck them. And then you got fucking Bozo and the other Bozo over there going, this is the greatest place in the world to work and we're so happy. Then what the fuck are you talking about me for? If you love where you're at, you really love it, and you're that happy, why are you talking about me? That makes no sense. You moved on to a better place. It's like you went to fucking heaven, right? It's like going to heaven and, bitching about Earth. You know what I mean? It's like, what are you fucking complaining about? Apparently you guys are the happiest you've ever been in your whole fucking life, right? But all you talk about is me. And again, what are they going to go on SportsCenter and talk about? The fight? SportsCenter guy didn't even know what to say. So you both lost 10 of your fucking last 10 fights, and none of you have, neither one of you have a win, but you're on SportsCenter for some reason. I don't know why. I guess just to talk about me.
Did you see the graphics of UFC stars?
Yeah, it said UFC stars on there and shit. It's just fucking crazy, man.
Have you heard about the contract that Eddie signed, and are you surprised by it?
Whose contract?
Eddie.
No, I'm not surprised. I mean, he was in a shitty situation.
But that Bellator would make a deal like that. It's a 2-fight deal.
You know more than I do. I don't know his deal. 2-fight deal, and
so it's a 2-fight.
I heard if he loses, he gets cut.
If he loses, he can leave. If he wins, he has to fight him again, Chandler. But if he wins the second fight, he's free agent. Win or lose. Isn't that? Would you say that's a strange deal?
Yeah. Everything about it is, it's a scumbag boxing deal. That's what it is. That's what they do in boxing. That's what they do to guys.
To you, does that say that they're just rolling the dice, hoping that he loses?
Yeah. Well, did you ever see that when guys come to the end of their career? I'll give you an example. For like a guy like Rampage that wanted, did you see us pull any, you got to do this, we'll sue you, we'll You want to go. If you don't want to be here, why would we want you here? And then what are they doing if Eddie Alvarez loses? What do they think? He's going to come sign a deal with the UFC? No. We really don't take their rejects. We really don't.
You wouldn't take him?
No. If Eddie loses, why would we bring him in the UFC? They put him in a real shitty situation. But that's that guy is. That guy's a piece of shit.
Do you think he really calls the shots anymore?
No, he doesn't. Yeah. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Do you think he lasts there a long time?
Huh?
Do you think he will last there a long time?
Oh, I have no idea.
He'll be around a long time like you are? Well, I mean, he's been searching,
I don't know. Let me tell you what. Snakes have a way of, he's a snake.
You told us that I think in Montreal that the Alvarez thing was going to get ugly. Is what you said. How ugly did it get?
It got really ugly for Alvarez. Not for us. Not for us. Not fucking us. He's not doing anything to us. He's hurting Eddie Alvarez in the prime of his career when he had the opportunity. And what I've always said about that is he had the opportunity to go out and find out what he was worth. And he did, yet he didn't get paid. Yet he didn't get what he was worth.
So you more regret that for his sake than you do for your guys' sake?
Yeah, I mean, the UFC is going to roll on with or without Eddie Alvarez, but that was Eddie Alvarez worked his whole career to get to the spot where, there was at least a couple players that were interested in him. Then he went out and found out what he was worth, and those guys screwed him.
Dana, back to Brazil, and I promise it's not a Vitor question.
And I said, too, listen, keep him. I mean, keep him, but pay the fucking kid. Guy's got $5 billion in cash. And then you see people on Twitter and on the internet and shit, and like, yeah, but just because they got $5 billion, yeah, if you want to fucking keep him, yeah, you pay him. I mean, I don't know if Viacom MMA really believed that they were going to get into this thing and they were just going to start wheelbarrowing money into the fucking office. That isn't how it works. You have to build a fucking business. It takes time, and you have to do the right things, and they're doing all the wrong things, and they continue to do all the wrong things. like the Battle of the Buffoons. You know what I mean?
Sorry if I jumped the gun there,
No,
but
that's right.
I'm just wondering, when the first season of Tough Brazil aired, we got the replays on Fuel TV. For international seasons in the future, are they going to be on Fox Sports 2 or Fox Sports 1? Do you know anything about that?
I literally went into a fucking coma there. Ask me that question again. I was
Oh.
staring at you and didn't hear a word you said.
I'm sorry. I know it's been a long day for you, but basically, the replays of the first season of Tough Brazil, they aired on Fuel TV. Now, is there going to be an arrangement for the international seasons going forward that they'll be on Fox Sports 2 or Fox Sports 1?
I don't know. I'd like to think that our program is doing so well that we'll be putting this. The press conference is airing tonight on Fox Sports 2. Our content's doing really well. We're going to be doing
But I think it helps for some of those fight nights, like the one in Belo Horizonte, if the viewers in North America, in the United States, get to see these Brazilian fighters, because they're huge. Obviously, Global loves the ratings, but we need to get to know these guys a little more here too.
Yeah, well, a lot of these fights are airing back here. I mean, the Vitor fight will be aired back here, and we would end up getting those on TV.
All right.
Have you watched Vanderlei's video talking about the Sonnen fight?
Watched Vanderlei's? I did not see it. I heard about it, but I didn't see it.
I was just going to ask you about it. Nothing changed about it.
I know publicly it looked like whatever with Vanderlei. I like Vanderlei very much, and I respect him as a fighter and as a person. So, me and Vanderlei will figure this thing out.
There's still a chance.
No, I'm just saying I'm not mad at him, or there's no animosity between us or anything like that. But he's not going to be he's not going to be healthy till January. So he can't even start training till
Will
January.
you save Chael since it's such a big fight?
I don't know.
You haven't talked to Chael about what's next.
Yeah, we talked a little bit tonight.
So what did you talk about?
Things.
He really wants to fight on the 20th anniversary.
He does. He wants to fight on that 20th anniversary
Is that
fight.
something you would hope
He wants to
do?
co-main that fight. Yeah. I'm
Chael
working
called
on
out
it.
Phil Davis.
Huh?
There's rumor that Chael's calling out Phil Davis.
That Chael
Is calling out Phil Davis.
calling out Phil Davis.
Mr. Wonderful.
Huh?
Mr. Wonderful.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. That fight could happen. That
Yeah, I
fight-
hate to go back to Alvarez. One question on that. What do you think when you're seeing these guys who fought in your organization go there? Like Congo signed with them.
Yeah. No, hey, listen. They're not fighting in the UFC anymore. They got to make money. It's like, it's no different than any of these guys that go to a lower level show and start fighting to rebuild their career. You know what I mean? Except when you do a deal over there, you ain't getting out of that fucking deal. Talk about, they got you once you sign one of those deals. But it's good for them. I mean, if that's where they want to be and they want to make money, good for them.
How do you think the pay-per-view will do?
The pay-per-view business is tough. It's a lot harder. They can't get guys to watch their free shit. I mean, it's just another one of those mistakes. And I was there once. I did that. I thought that the answer was pay-per-view. Pay-per-view almost put us out of business. Yeah. I said it before and I'll say it again. Nobody over there knows what the fuck they're doing. They just don't know what the fuck they're doing. Now they're just throwing shit at the wall, seeing if it'll stick. But if people aren't watching your free shit, pretty good idea people aren't going to want to pay for it.
Are you going to watch it?
No.
Not even to put a replay on free TV just to see
No.
what happened?
No. I mean, I really don't watch a lot of other stuff, and you know what I mean? To get me out to actually go, I'm going to go to Floyd and Canelo. I'm going to go to that fight. There's fights that I'll go to. But you're talking about, I say this all the time, there's so many things going on in our lives, right? From whether it's your family, fucking new movie comes out, something else is going on Saturday night. There's so many things. You got to have a good fight to fucking stay home on a Saturday night and want to pay for it. Neither one of those guys are fucking top 10 ranked fighters. Tito fucking retired because, don't you remember sitting through his stupid fucking 45-minute press conferences? Like, you'd ask him a question and he'd ramble on for 45 minutes about shit that made no sense, and then he'd start talking about I'm not going to be that guy that's staying around too long getting punched in the head like all these other guys. I'm gonna be an actor. I'm an actor. I was blessed with the gift of acting and all this other shit.
He does get to act now if he does the pro.
Yeah, he's acting like he's a fucking fighter that can still compete now. Guys hasn't won a fight since, I mean, he lost 9 of his last 10 fights, right? Is that what the number is? Between the two of them.
7 and 9 maybe, or-
Yeah, other than Bader.
Bader's the only fight he's won since fucking 2000 something, right? And Rampage has lost his last 3, right? Rampage literally came out and said, I can't compete with the best in the world anymore. And you're asking me if I'm going to buy that pay-per-view and stay home on a Saturday night and watch it.
From your perspective, it would be like watching a train wreck, not putting words.
No,
in
from
your
my
mouth.
perspective, it would be a waste of a fucking evening where I could be doing something else. You know what I mean? I don't have any. It's probably going to be a Saturday night, I would assume. Yeah, and I'm going to be doing something else with my fucking kids or whatever. You know, like I said, like Floyd and Canelo, 2 undefeated fighters, 2 of the best in the fucking world. You know, there's going to be all this energy and hype around this thing, and I want to go out and see what happens.
Dana,
That's a fight that I'll go to.
We've been hearing Ronda Rousey saying that she feels public perception of her is going to change once Ultimate Fighter airs.
She's being overly critical of herself because you have these girls, you know, Miesha's not saying it publicly, but Miesha feels, you know, is nervous about it too. The thing that we did in Boston, neither of them wanted to be there. You know, and it's this thing that happens when you go into a situation like the Ultimate Fighter, right? And it's so hard to explain to you guys because it's like a fucking pressure cooker, you know? And then you start, when the season's over and you start thinking back, you're like, oh my God. And it's getting closer to airing. I never watched season 1 of The Ultimate Fighter. I didn't watch it. I was fucking horrified, you know? That whole do you want to be a fucking fighter thing, you know, I was like, oh my fucking God, you know? But when you put it into the context of what was going on, you know, Lorenzo fucking calls me up and says, what's going on? Nothing, what's going on with you? He's like, I'm down here at the gym and all these guys are saying they're not going to fight. I said, what do you mean they're not going to fight? They're not going to fight. He spent $10 million on this fucking show. It's the last ditch effort. The last $10 million that's going into the fucking UFC. And I got, you know, 6 guys that say they're not fighting. I was like, really? I'm on my fucking way down. I was doing like 110 miles an hour. I broke every fucking law in the state of Nevada. Came screeching into the thing and busted into the fucking gym, and that's what happened. You know. And then the season goes great, everything works out good, and then fucking you got 3 months, and then things coming on air, and you're sitting there going, oh my fucking God. You know? And that's what happens, and that's what Ronda's doing right now. She's never been on TV before. She's come out and fought. She's done interviews. No, she's never been on TV before, like in that type of situation. Freaks you out.
So in your opinion,
it freaks the fighters out. You don't think every season fighters don't call me and go, you're not going to show this, are you? You're not going to show that, are you? We're probably going to show that. We're probably going to show that too.
So she's really worried about nothing then. She'll just come out a bigger star.
Yeah, she was fine. I mean, what you're going to see, you've seen worse. You've seen worse from Ronda publicly. I mean, she's fucking aggressive. She hates Miesha Tate, and she's super competitive. I think she was a great coach. She's getting all whacked out about nothing.